We're looking for a lot of heat the next couple of days, and actually even into the weekend it continues warm, but I think our temperatures will go down a little. We have a weather impact alert day today, tomorrow and Friday for those record high temperatures, possible near 100. We may not actually touch the records, but we will be very close to 100. So plenty of water, as I was pointing out earlier. Of course, the last thing you want to do in this kind of heat is boil a giant pot of water right in the middle of your kitchen, but that will be important. Of course, staying hydrated. Maybe you can think of some other ways, maybe get your LaCroix or other water sources in play like bottled water and so forth. Take breaks, check on pets, check on the vulnerable, especially at this point. Make sure that their boiling water situation is okay too. That would be a good thing to do. We do still have another couple of pretty hot hours here as our temperatures are still in the upper 90s. By 7 p.m. we'll be at about 94, and then mercifully we'll be making it into the 80s, and our overnight lows are expected in the 80-degree range for tonight. Still looking hazy. We had very clear blue skies for most of the day, and even still just a couple of clouds here and there. Nothing showing up on radar. Temperatures stuck in the middle to upper 90s still. Our feels like temperatures in the triple digits. And part of what we're seeing, as I was showing you, is our dew point is cut back to 71 in New Orleans right now. That's not terrible, and some spots even brush the upper 60s for dew points. And that is still because we have Tropical Storm Debbie out to our east, and around it we are still getting north winds, and we're actually expecting that all the way into the weekend. Debbie still continuing to bring a lot of rain along the east coast. Charleston got a little over 10 inches of rain. Some other spots near Charleston, 16 plus inches of rain, and we are expecting a little bit more, but finally this will get drawn off to the northwest or northeast and move on out, it looks like, by Friday and the weekend. But our rainfall forecast still pretty high, 4 to maybe 7 inches. A few spots maybe even higher than that for rain totals in the oranges here in North Carolina and toward Washington, D.C. And then maybe 2 to 4 inches for a big chunk of New York and Pennsylvania and into New England. So kind of interesting that the rain is going to be wrapping around some of these northeasterly spots with a tropical storm. And here we are along the Gulf Coast, continuing with that northerly flow from the north, and that is limiting the moisture that we have. Although I think our humidity will go up a little bit as we get into tomorrow and the weekend. But we still have our big high pressure spinning out here just to the west of us, and that is part of what is bringing, of course, this really hot and intense hot kind of stretch of weather in August. If you're wondering about that other tropical wave we've been tracking, it now has officially a 0% chance of development. It looks like this messy low pressure area will just move into Central America. And as we've been pointing out for a while, we have this big high over us. So we were expecting it to take that more westerly kind of path, and it looks like it will do so. So not expecting any development with that. Tonight, north and south, our temperatures should make it, I think, to upper 70s. Again, with that little cutback in the dew point temperatures, we may be able to make it briefly just below 80 degrees for early tomorrow morning around sunrise. And then tomorrow I have our high very close to, if not touching 100. So the intense heat certainly continues. Looking ahead to this weekend, red dress run, lots of things happening. This is starting off at 9 a.m. I think it'll be about 88, but by noon we'll already be about 93, and our feels like temperature likely up to about 108, because even though this weekend is featuring our temperatures a little bit lower, a little more reasonable by Sunday and into early next week, what we may see is that humidity creeping up a bit because Debbie will be long gone by then, and we may actually still, for the heat index, be in about the same range in the 100 to 110 or so range for that heat index. So still the muggy kind of weather for early next week, although we're getting a little break in that humidity today, but 2 more triple digit